So I already have my eyebrows done. I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow eyebrow pencil. And today I'm kind of going to be using some of my stuff that I got in my BoxyCharm and my Ipsy. So I'm going to use my Pure Get a Grip eyeshadow primer. I've never used this before, so definitely don't like how the sample packaging is. Now that we have them all primed, not that. That'll make sure that your eyeshadow goes on and stays on. It's not like streaky. So I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals, and there's two sides. There's a glowy side and a matte side. I'm going to use the matte powder. Yeah, my eyelids feel good. That's like a really good base. So today I'm going to be using the Pure Festival palette. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and let me tell you, I was so excited when I opened that. Oh my god, I love Pure products, and look at how pretty these colors are. Do you see that? I mean, I'm so excited. Okay, so today we are going to go in. I'm going to start with a fluffy brush. This is a Lorac brush. It came in their brunch palette, so I'm going to use the fluffy end and go into the Epic shade here and just start building this in our crease here. And we'll just go in just little bits at a time. I'm kind of going to shoot for like an orange smoky eye today. So bring that down like on my lid. I'm really not being too precise with this. Just kind of getting it everywhere. Eyeshadow primer is like really good. I can feel like the shadow like sticking really well. You always want to go in with a little bit and build up the color. You don't want to go in really heavy-handed because it's easier to add color than it is to take away. So that is definitely a mistake I know I made when I was first beginning. I was like, more color the better. Yeah, don't do that. Because then it ends up really messy and harder to blend out. So always go in light-handed and you can add more as you go. I was so excited to see that we got an eyeshadow palette in our Boxy this month. Like, for a couple months there, we got pretty spoiled and had a palette in every box. And then we had a month or so where there wasn't, so I got a little accustomed to that. So, but definitely thankful for all the products we get in there because Boxy is very, very good. This is a Luxie 249. I'm going to go in with the fluffy end. And I'm going to go into the shade Hidden Desert right here. And just kind of do the same thing I did there, except not going up quite as high or as far over into the crease as I did with that first Epic shade. I really like this palette. This is my first time using it, and I really, really like it. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that Epic shading. So next I'm going to go into All Night here. And I'm going to use a little bit more precise brush this time, the MB18. So I'm going to go in with that All Night right there. And this one I'm just kind of going to put more so in the outer corners just to like darken that up. I'm really not going to take that into the crease. And then again, I'm going to stress it again, make sure you don't go in too heavy-handed. You can always add more, and then especially since we're blending, you'll it's like a process. You'll go back and forth a couple times with all the colors here. I'm going to use that same Luxie brush. I'm using the flat end this time, and I'm going to go into Psychedelic, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do two. I'm going to go into Good Vibes first. And I am going to spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. You don't want to like drench your brush. Like you don't want it to be soaking wet, just like a good spray, and you kind of keep it I am going to go with the MAC 242 brush and go into the shade Psychedelic and do the same thing we did for the Good Vibes shade. And again, I'm going to spray my brush with Fix Plus just so that way we can get the max payoff of this shimmer shade. And this one I'm just going to put more closer to the inner corner here. So then I'm going to go back in with that Luxie brush that we used for Psychedelic. I'm not adding any other color to it, but just kind of going to go along the edges there so it kind of like seamlessly blends, and it kind of just goes from like a gold to an orange to that brown. This is Beauty for Real brand. This was in the BoxyCharm, and this is in Finish Line 24/7 liquid eyeliner in jet black. I'm just going to go in with a makeup wipe and just clean up the bottom of right here where I had all that fallout. Oh, now we're on to the face. So I'm going to use my Dr. Brandt Illuminizing Primer. Just going to put a small amount on your finger here. My son is 1 and he is obsessed with Chuggington, so I cannot get the Chuggington theme song out of my head. It is like permanently in there. And I know anyone out there who has kids, your own or nieces, nephews, you feel me. There is always one TV show that they love that's on repeat. Ours is Chuggington. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Foundation in Matte. And mine is in the shade Fair Neutral. I like this foundation actually a lot. I like Tarte foundations. And this one doesn't smell. I like that. A lot of their stuff lately I feel like has been like very perfumey. I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge here and just blend that all out. You ever feel like when you're putting on your foundation or your concealer and you're just blending and blending and blending and blending and you're just like never gonna stop? Like you feel like your arm is going to like literally fall off. Some days I look at my arms and I'm like, I should have way better arm muscles for all the blending I do. So today I'm going to go in with the Jouer concealer. This is the shade Snow, which is a little bit too light, and then I'm going with the Kaja Don't Settle concealer in the shade Mooncakes. And just put these everywhere. So I'm going to go in with the Kaja one first. And then because this shade is, I like my under eyes and stuff a little bit brighter, so that's what I'm going to go in with the Jouer Snow concealer, and then just hit this in like the inner corners of my under eye, just a dab here, one like straight there, here, just add a little extra brightness in those places. Now that that is all blended out, I'm going to go back in to set my under eyes and my T-zone again with that Bare Minerals one, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush. This one doesn't have a number, but I just go in with both the shades here and just kind of pat that under here. And then I'll kind of, usually under my under eye, I do a little bit more matte, and then when I'm doing like my T-zone, I do go a little bit more into the glow side of the palette. And then I'll take like the glow and start dragging it out here. For powder, I'm going to set it with the Kat Von D powder in the shade Light, number 46. And this is an EcoTools Big Fluffy powder brush. This is probably one of my favorite brushes to set my face with.
I'm just gonna go in and just kind of set the rest of my face here.
I always like check to make sure that you get everything, because if there's anywhere that's still tacky, you're gonna want to hit it again with the powder, because otherwise if you don't, it's gonna make it harder. Like when you're putting your bronzer on, it'll come on like all streaky and stuff. So I'm gonna finish my under eyes, and I'm going to use my Catrice Kajal eyeliner and just do this. I'm going to tight line. Even though I already have on my upper mascara, I'm still gonna tight line. And then line my lower rim here. Not really dragging it down to the skin, just doing the waterline. And then I'm going to take this Luxie 245 small shader brush. This is one that we got in our BoxyCharm today. I'm going to go into that All Nighter shade and just kind of drag that really close to the waterline here. From that same brush packet that we got, I'm going to go in with, this is a Luxie 209. This is a large shader brush. So I'm going to go in to that, what is that, Hidden Desert, and I'm going to go into Epic and just kind of mix those and shake that off brush and then buff that into the bottom here. Ever think of all the really unattractive faces you do when you're doing your makeup, like your mascara face, your eyeliner face, when you're trying to contour and you're like sucking your cheeks in? Yeah. Now that the under eyes are done, I am going to go in and with some Benefit They're Real mascara, just do my bottom lashes here. Just drop my palette. Luckily nothing broke, so I don't have to take a minute to cry. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going in with the new Morphe bronzer. This is the Glamour Bronze Face and Body Bronzer in the shade Icon. And I am going to use the Luxie 512 small contouring brush first. Add some color there, and then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all out. But I'm trying to use some of the brushes here that we got with our Boxy and Ipsy. I just got this bronzer Friday, I think. I freaking love it. It is so good. It blends out so easy, and I love the way it like gives me just like a sun-kissed glow. And I'm so fair. I have like a really hard time finding bronzers that I like. So I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Flawless Face. I think this is actually the original powder brush. This has become one of my favorite bronzing brushes, and just kind of tap a little more into that and just start buffing that out here. Usually I wouldn't use a small brush first. I would just go in directly with this, but I am going to go in with the Cover FX. This is the Perfector Face Palette in light medium, and I am going to go in with the blush shade right here. It doesn't have a name, it's just blush. And I'm actually going to use, this is a Firma brush 103. I got this in my Ipsy. Technically I think that it's a contouring brush, but I'm going to use it for blush today. So I'm just going to go into that blush shade here. I love smaller precise brushes like this for blush because I'm not a huge blush person, but I do have to have it. I can't skip blush. The apples on my cheeks and just kind of drag it up there. Perfect. Okay, so next, oh, before I forget, I definitely need to do my highlight on my eyes, okay? So we're gonna go in with that same Lexi brush, but I'm just gonna wipe it off really quick. I think I'm gonna go into this Free Spirit shade here and just dab a little bit of that on and hit the brow bone up here. I didn't spray my brush with Fix Plus when I did that one. And then actually for my inner corner, I'm going to use this Nomad shade. This is Intense Eyeshadow in Kresberg. I know it's really pretty, like iridescent-y green shade. I don't know. So I'm going to try doing that for my inner corner just because it had a little more pop than, oh yeah. This one I did just get in my Ipsy bag. So this is the first time. I love this brand though. I've gotten regular highlighters and other colors by them before. I really, really like them. They're so pigmented. I'm gonna go in and spray my face with Fix Plus before we do our highlight.
And just kind of let that dry here. That kind of like lets all your powders like melt together and mesh in here.
And I am gonna go back into that Cover FX palette and use the brightening shade. And I'm going to go in with, this is a Crown brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but I'm going to go into that brightening shade and just take that all over here. Hit my nose, on my lip, and just kind of not adding any more, just hit the chin. Okay. And then I am going to go in with the Artist Couture. This is the Summer Haze Diamond Glow powder. And I'm going to use this to do a little extra pop of highlight here. Give me a minute. A little bit of that off into the cap here, and I'm going to go in with, this is a Morphe brush, and it came from one of the brush sets, the gold round barrel brush set, so unfortunately there's no number on it. Add that to like the high points of my cheeks here. I love these powders. I think I have 2 of their other shades. I love them. They are so intense and beautiful. And so now that that is all done, I'm going to go in with, actually first I'm going to set my face, and I'm using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This stuff smells so good. I love it. It is one of my favorite setting powders, and I especially love it because it's drugstore, so it's super, super affordable. Now I'm going to go in with the Steve Laurent lip gloss in the shade Champagne. And this came in the Ipsy bag, I believe. BoxyCharm? BoxyCharm. Really nice gold tint. That's really pretty. This would look really good over something, or if you're going for like a really like nude lip but you wanted to add like just a like tinge of color. So that completes this makeup look here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do my hair and get ready for the day, and I hope to see you guys the next time. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.